Robin Lopez, the estranged wife of suspended Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez, is waiting to walk out of jail tonight. Good evening, I'm Jesse Pagan.
And I'm Michelle Imparato. She was given a bond in her first appearance in court this morning. She is facing a felony charge of conspiracy to use or invest proceeds from racketeering. West 2's Haley Crumblehome is live from the jail tonight, where neither Lopez has yet to bond out. Haley.
So Robin Lopez received a bond of $400,000 today, which means she could post it and come out of these doors behind me here. But her attorney argued in court today it could be difficult for her to post a bond that high, instead asking for something closer to the $50,000 bonds that some of her co-defendants have received. But the state argued that those co-defendants haven't profited from the alleged gambling operation the way they're alleging the Lopezes have. The door to the jail opened Tuesday night, but neither Marcos or Robin Lopez came out from behind it. That's despite Robin Lopez receiving bond Tuesday morning at an amount that seemed to shock her.
The court is going to set a monetary bond in the amount of $400,000 for Ms. Severance Lopez.
An assistant statewide prosecutor laid out their case.
The evidence against her, Your Honor, is compelling and in large part irrefutable.
And Robin Lopez's defense attorney laid out her own.
The weight of the evidence against her is not great. It's not evident.
The state is alleging Robin Lopez helped to facilitate the movement of illicit money and the receipt of illicit payments from other co-conspirators to Lopez, which the state alleges is believed to have reached at least $600,000 to $700,000 from the multi-million-dollar enterprise.
Our evidence includes witness testimony, bank records, text messages, and email correspondence, a small sample of which is offered in the defendant's probable cause affidavit.
Lopez's attorney claimed the state's evidence came down to a single email in which Lopez forwarded a W-9, a tax form often used by independent contractors, to an alleged co-conspirator.
It was a one-time email that was sent per Marcos Lopez. That's indicated in the text of the email. There is also no indication here that she joined this criminal enterprise.
Though the state said the Lopezes have been separated since at least 2019, they tried to paint a picture of the continued connection between the two, saying Robin Lopez offered a property to put towards collateral for her husband's bond.
They do not operate as a married couple. I would suggest to this court that the stronger relationship between them is that of co-conspirators.
A characterization Robin Lopez's attorney fought against.
The reality of that is that they have a child together and they are co-parents. Ms. Severance Lopez is not a co-conspirator. She is a co-parent. Of course, she doesn't want the father of her child to remain in jail if he doesn't need to.
In arguing for bond to be set at $400,000, the state alleged Robin Lopez has significant financial means, saying when she was arrested Monday, she had two bank receipts showing two separate deposits totaling about $177,000, made around a week after Marcos Lopez was arrested. Robin Lopez's attorney argued her client is employed but does not have significant financial resources. She asked for a lower bond and minimal conditions for pretrial release. Now, if Robin Lopez is able to post bond, there are going to be some conditions on her release. She will have to surrender her passport and wear an ankle monitor. Covering Osceola County Live, Haley Crumblehome, West 2 News.